So you can see here I've already written out the SQL for how we can change a column's data type. So we need to type alter table followed by the table name followed by the word modify and then the column name, so the name of the column which we want to modify, followed by the data type which we want to change that column to. So let's look at a few examples of changing a column's data type. So you can see here I've run describe addresses, and then down here I have the results. So you can see the 4 columns in the addresses table: ID, house number, city and postcode, and you can see their data type here. So int, varchar and varchar. So let's say we wanted to change the city's data type from varchar 20 to varchar 30. Say someone's from a city with a really long name, longer than 20 letters, so we need to change the data type to varchar 30. Well, to do that we can come in here and we can type alter table followed by the table name, so addresses, followed by modify, followed by the column name, so city, followed by the new data type which is varchar 30, and then end with a semicolon, and we can run that query. And you can see after we run describe addresses again that our new data type for the city column is varchar 30. Now that's changed the city column from one varchar data type to another varchar data type, but we can actually change it to any data type we like. We can come in here and we can change it to a char data type of length 25 and run this statement again. And then when we describe addresses again, you can see that now our city column is a data type char, so a completely different data type to varchar. And we were able to do this using this command alter table addresses modify city char 25. And we can even change the city column to an int data type. So we can go from a string data type to a number data type by just typing city int and then running that query. And if we run describe addresses again, you can see that now the city column is of data type int, but that doesn't really make sense. So let's change it back to what it originally was, varchar 20. Run that query again, describe addresses, and now you can see it's back to varchar 20. So this is how we change a column's data type in MySQL. We use alter table followed by the table name followed by modify and then column name and then the new data type. But you do have to be careful when changing a column's data type. We were able to change a column's data type to anything we liked in this example because the addresses table has no rows of data in it. It's an empty table. But let's say we already had some data entered into our addresses table. Let's say in the city column we already had some data entered like London, Manchester, Liverpool. Then if we tried to modify the city's data type from varchar 20 to int, it wouldn't allow us to do this because the data that's already been entered is not compatible with the int data type. London is not an int, so we can't change the city data type to an int. Similarly, we wouldn't be able to change it to a char because London, Manchester, Liverpool have different lengths, so we could have no char with that fixed length to satisfy London, Manchester and Liverpool. But we would be able to change the data type from varchar 20 to varchar 30 because London, Manchester and Liverpool are all compatible with the varchar 20 and the varchar 30 data type. So that's something to bear in mind.